I'm sorry?
I hate you, I hate you, I hate you! You're the most evil person I've ever met!
Hey, Abigail, what's going on right now? I think you got the wrong number. It's me, Mindy. Who do you hate? Are you okay right now? It's not like you to stay up this late at night. What are you doing? If you're in an emotional state, I'll come see you. You can talk to me about your problems.
I hate when you do stuff like that. It just annoys me even more.
What are you talking about, Abigail? I'm your best friend, aren't I? I'm just doing what I can to take care of you.
I know. And that's the thing that I hate about you the most. You're always looking down on me, aren't you? You're saying that I can come see you and get your wonderful advice or something, right? Like you've been there before. Like you understand what I'm feeling. You always like taking the position of being the one that helps me instead of it being the other way around. Don't even try to deny it.
I don't think that way at all. I'm actually really hurt by what I'm hearing right now. You're my best friend. It's not like I have some sort of ego I need to satisfy. It's already late at night. You don't think I'd rather just go to sleep than try and do something as petty as that?
Well, if it's you we're talking about, then yeah, that's exactly what I think.
What is that supposed to mean? You know what, Abigail? You never usually talk to me this way. It's totally unlike you. Are you drunk or something?
Well, you know what? So what if I am? Maybe I'm a little bit lit. What's it to you?
Well, it's really important, actually. I know for a fact that you wouldn't be telling me this type of stuff if you were sober. But you know what? That's not important. It's really late at night. Are you at least drinking at home? I'm really worried about you. It's not like you to be in this type of emotional state. You would never say these types of things.
Yeah, well, I never said it up until now. But that doesn't mean I haven't been thinking about it. Is this what it takes for you to actually care about the way you've been treating me? Do I have to get myself into a drunken stupor just to get your attention?
What are you talking about, Abigail? I'm always here if you need someone to listen to you. You're acting like I'm some villain that did something bad to you.
Well, you basically have. You've been the worst best friend ever since I've known you. Ever since I met you in middle school.
Okay, now I'm just really confused. There's no way that Abigail is the one that's talking to me. Someone stole her phone or something, right? We've been close since day one. She would never say anything bad about our relationship.
I haven't said anything about it because I didn't have the courage to. But now I've had enough because you really crossed the line. You've done something to insult me beyond measure.
Abigail, can you just tell me what's upset you? I haven't done anything to you. I've never said anything bad to you, or anything bad about you for that matter. I've always tried to be a good friend. I've been there for your birthday parties. Anytime you needed help financially, I always chipped in, didn't I? I never asked for the money back either. So the way you're talking to me right now isn't warranted.
You actually think that's all it's about, don't you? You really don't consider the other things that you've done to me. I guess if I don't explain this, you're not gonna understand.
That's right. I need you to explain what's going on. Abigail, you're a very important person to me. My friendship with you is something I cherish a lot. If I've done something wrong, I want to repair that straight away. I'm going into a really big phase of my life, and I want you to be there with me. I want you there supporting me. I don't want you angry at me, so let's just talk about our issues and resolve it immediately.
You always have to act so perfect, don't you? Not only were you the best in school, the most liked by the teachers, the most gifted in the classroom, the most physically capable on the field, you were just a really good person. Everyone saw you as the socialite. I hate it. I hate it so much!
That's what you hate about me, Abigail? You hate that I'm a socialite?
I just hate every single thing about you. I mean, sure, I was lucky enough to be sitting next to you on that first day of middle school. From that point on, you and I got along really well. I thought you were really cool. I never met someone who was this gifted at everything. I mean, you were really smart. And out of all the girls, you did the best in the physical education class. I thought to myself, wow, what an amazing person I've met. And not only that, but we're getting along really well. I wouldn't be surprised if we became best friends. And so we did. We became best friends, and it's been that way for a while.
Those were some good days, weren't they? Remember those times back in middle school? You and I hanging out with each other all the time for recess? I miss those days.
I don't. You may look back on those days and see good times, but all I can see is darkness.
Darkness?
That's right. You see, you were excellent in everything. There wasn't one thing that you could be beaten at. No one could beat you in grades, no one could beat you on the field, and no one could beat you in boyfriends. You did everything before me. You got first place in the races, and you got a boyfriend before me. And then even after high school, it just continued. You got into a better university than me. You got into the master's program as I had to graduate early and just start working. In every aspect of life, you've been able to beat me. And now you've finally beaten me at the one last thing that I could have beaten you at. You've closed off all the opportunities for me. You didn't give me one chance of glory.
What are you talking about right now, Abigail?
I'm talking about you getting married, of course. Shouldn't it be obvious? I know you felt so smug about yourself when you were introducing me to your man the other week. You knew he was a catch, didn't you? You know exactly the type of person I am. You know which type of guy I like. He's got that perfect face that I've always talked about, right? And not only that, but to add insult to injury, he's one of the most successful employees in his company. You knew that would make me jealous. You knew I would feel bad about you getting someone like that instead of me.
In all honesty, Abigail, you might be thinking that way, but that's not the case at all. I was just excited to introduce you to the man that I was going to marry. I didn't want to try and make you jealous or anything.
Yeah, right. You're not a stupid girl, Mindy. I know you. You would have known it would hurt me. You're such an evil little skank.
I hate what I'm hearing right now. You should really lay off the drink, Abigail. I wish you told me these things sober. I know you're saying these cruel things to me, but at the same time, I needed to know. This whole time, I thought you loved me. I thought you saw me as your best friend, someone that you could always rely on. It's the same way that I've always looked at you. But look, if this is about me marrying this guy, you still have an opportunity. I mean, Charles has plenty of friends just like him. I could introduce you to them, you know?
You really don't get it, do you? If I do that, I'm still accepting that you're above me. Do you really think that's gonna help me, Mindy?
Well, Abigail, I'm trying here. I'm just doing what I can to make you happy.
There's nothing that you can do to make me happy. From this point on, you and I aren't best friends anymore, you hear me? You've gone way too far this time.
Are you serious? Are you really gonna punish me for this? I haven't even done anything wrong.
Well, you should have been more aware. I was your best friend after all. You should have known everything about me, and now you've lost me.
Hey Mindy, you and I need to have a talk.
Hey, Charles. Yeah, I'd like to talk to you as well. I'm pretty upset with what's going on between me and Abigail. I mean, it's been months now and she's still not talking to me. I can't believe that stuff came out of nowhere with her. I never thought that would happen in a million years. To think that she's been hating me this whole time. I'm just so glad that I have my future husband to talk to. I don't know what I would do without you.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't be looking so optimistic about everything if I were you. You're not gonna have me for long.
What do you mean? We're gonna get married later on this year. Of course you're gonna be there for me. You will be there for me, right, Charles? You're not actually leaving me, are you?
Look, I've had a lot of time to think about things and I just can't do it. I'm sick of being in a relationship with you and I can't imagine what it would be like to actually be married to you.
Wait, what are you saying right now? Is this some sort of prank?
No, I'm serious. Dating you is like dating a brick. I just get nothing from it.
What is that supposed to mean? I've never heard you speak this way before. I can't believe you're laying this on me in this situation that I'm in. I mean, I'm having all these issues with my best friend and now you're gonna pull this on me? Please tell me it's just a joke, Charles. You're not trying to play with my feelings here or something.
What a selfish way to look at this. Your feelings? Is that the thing I should be concerned about? What about my happiness? Am I allowed to care about me too?
Well, you are happy, aren't you? I try my best to be a fantastic girlfriend for you. I'm always trying to make you happy. Are you trying to say that you don't appreciate that? That you don't love me anymore?
I haven't loved you for a long time. And you know what? It's for the simple reason that you're always trying to be a good girlfriend that I absolutely detest you.
I'm sorry, what now? How could you say something so cruel to me?
Well, it's true. You're the most insipid person I've ever met, Mindy. The past couple of months of being in a relationship with you have been so boring.
What do you mean it's been boring? How could it be boring? You and I go on dates all the time. We see things, we experience things, and we're always trying to spice things up in the bedroom, right? How could you actually be bored?
I'm bored because you're just so damn understanding.
I'm sorry, what? I'm understanding. How's that a bad thing?
You and I never have any fights, right? There's never any tension between us. It's always these good, happy-go-lucky emotions that fly between us. We don't have any arguments at all. There's no jealousy. There's no anger towards the way I behave. It's like you're accepting of everything. I've even tried to purposely tick you off, and you still don't get angry about it. You just brush it off like it's nothing.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm supposed to do, right? That's what a good girlfriend does. I'm trying not to give you any headaches.
Oh, come on. Can you really be that naive, Mindy? You need to burn the steak a little bit for it to be tasty, right? It's the same in a relationship.
Okay, but this feels so stupid to be arguing about. I mean, if the biggest issue in our relationship is that there's no issues, then why did you tell me to stop arguing with you all that time ago?
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about when we first started dating. We were complaining about everything, and you said if I didn't get my act together, that you would leave me for someone else. Now I've done my best to be on my best behavior, even when things annoy me. You're telling me that's the issue?
Of course, but there's balance with these types of things, Mindy. Obviously, I don't want you to be complacent all the time.
Well, I really don't know how the rules work then. I mean, am I allowed to get angry or am I not? It seems like whatever I do, you're gonna be dissatisfied with it.
Can I ask you a question, Mindy?
Of course. If it means saving this relationship, then I'll answer anything.
You offered to pay for the wedding, right? You spent about $60,000 on it. Was that because you wanted to get on my good side?
Yes. I love you, Charles. I'm willing to do anything if it means we can stay together forever.
I thought so. Don't you realize that me being the man makes me want to be the one that pays for it? How do you think it makes me feel if my wife is the one that's paying for our wedding? Honestly, I'm so glad that I'm marrying someone that actually has common sense, unlike you.
Wait a second. What did you say? You're marrying someone and it's not gonna be me?
Of course, I'm breaking up with you, aren't I?
I know, but I didn't think you'd actually have a different person on the sidelines. How could you not tell me this?
Why do you think? It's because I've been seeing them in secret, duh.
What do you mean? Who've you been seeing?
Your best friend, Abigail, of course.
What do you mean, of course? What the hell, Charles?
What?
Well, I've been trying to get in contact with her for months now. I've been trying to repair things with her. You've been hearing all the problems that I've had. You know how much my relationship with her means to me. And you've actually been seeing her on the side?
Yeah, I know. It's pretty amusing, isn't it? All these little problems you've been telling me about and relaying them to her too. We always get a kick out of it.
So, is that what this is then? Was all of this some big joke? Were you even serious about marrying me to begin with?
Of course I was. I thought that you were the best that I could get. But then I met your best friend, Abigail. Damn, now that right there is a real woman. That's the type of person for me.
So, I've lost my best friend, and I've also lost the man that I was going to marry. Actually, what am I saying right now? Is he really a man? He just seems like some stupid, immature little boy.
Are you seriously trying to insult me? Do you know how petty you look? I don't care about what some loser like you says. You can insult me all you want.
You know what, Charles? I've had enough. Screw you and screw Abigail too. I can't believe you guys would do something like this to me. I never did anything to hurt either of you.
Well, go on then. Go have a little cry to yourself. Her and I are going to focus on the amazing marriage we're going to have from this point on. Oh, and by the way, don't think we're sending you an invitation to the wedding. The two of us absolutely detest you.
Hello, Mindy. Today's a big day for you. At least, it used to be. I wonder, do you actually remember what you were meant to be doing today? I'm pretty sure you had the date saved in your phone or something.
What do you want from me, Abigail? You said those horrible things to me through messages. You stole the man that was meant to be my husband, and you've been ignoring my messages ever since. Now you're coming out of nowhere to message me? Who the hell do you think you are?
Well, hey, I've been a busy girl. I mean, I've been trying to pretty myself up for this wedding day today, right? Whoops! Looks like I said it. Yeah, that's right. I'm getting married today. Isn't that amazing? Finally, I'm able to beat you with something. I'm able to get married before you do. Not only that, but to add insult to injury, I'm doing it with your money. Charles told me that you were in love with him so much that you actually paid for the wedding and you haven't canceled it. So now him and I are gonna get married without even spending a penny on it. Isn't that just the most fortunate of circumstances?
I can see you're very pleased with yourself, Abigail. You actually think that you're gonna get married today, don't you?
I sure am. And you know what? I've had so many passionate and spicy moments with Charles. It's part of the reason why I haven't been able to message you. I mean, really, you should have worked harder for a guy like this. He's a high-tier item. You were lucky to be able to be in a relationship with him so far.
I don't know if he's as great as you think he is. I mean, if he was low enough to cheat on me when we were about to get married, who knows if he's doing the same with you? And not only that, but the reason why he broke up with me was so petty. You're gonna have a hard time trying to satisfy that guy's needs.
Don't worry about that. Him and I are perfect for each other. I've been satisfying every need that he has. But anyway, I'm just messaging you now to remind you that I finally beat you at something. I'm finally the winner for once. It doesn't feel good being a loser, does it? Imagine having that feeling every day of your life. That's what I've had to feel. But now the world is finally spinning the right way and I get a chance at victory. Enjoy having a miserable life on your own, Mindy. I'll send you the photos of our honeymoon. We're gonna have some exotic and highly detailed photos. You better look forward to it.
You're not getting married today, Abigail.
Oh, but I am.
No, you're not. There's going to be a different couple getting married today. Not you two.
What are you talking about right now? You were scheduled to get married today, right? Charles told me. All he had to do was change the name to me instead of you and we could get married. Why are you trying to annoy me on my glorious day?
Because I'm just telling you the truth. I changed the date of the wedding.
You did what now?
Yeah. You see, the couple that's getting married today is very special to them. Apparently, they met on this day and they wanted to get married on the same day, too. I told them I didn't have any issues with getting married the day before. So, as a matter of fact, I got married yesterday.
What the hell? I don't believe that.
Go check the registry. My name is on there.
You sneaky little skank! I knew you would do something like that. I knew you would just refuse to take the L. Why do you have to be so mean? Why can't you let me win for once in my life?
This isn't about winning or losing. I never thought about our relationship that way. Besides, I found someone that I love and I wanted to marry him.
Yeah, right. You don't just meet someone that quickly, develop a bond strong enough for marriage, and then just get married to them. You clearly did this out of spite, Mindy. You married some random you barely know out of spite.
It's pretty coincidental, and I understand if you're coming to that conclusion. But in all honesty, I haven't. It was all a matter of luck.
Luck?
Yeah. You see, there's a guy that I used to talk about a lot, right? Someone that I was really close to. I went to the same elementary school as him, and I had the biggest crush on him. Unfortunately, we separated. We didn't go to the same schools, but we were still very close.
I think you talked about someone like this. He lived in your neighborhood, right?
Yeah, I would meet him a lot. Well, anyway, he found out that my marriage fell through and he finally mustered up the courage to tell me he's been in love with me for all these years. I can't believe my first crush feels like this about me after all these years.
Are you kidding me right now?
No word of a lie. I gotta thank my parents for keeping in touch with the neighborhood. They let everyone know what happened to me. With that being the case, I thought it was very convenient. I mean, I already paid for the wedding, right? I might as well make the most of it. It did cost $60,000 after all.
I can't believe this! Why? Why wouldn't the universe give me what I want for once? I was so close to actually beating you at something, and now you pull this on me!
Maybe the way you're looking at things is wrong, Abigail. If you were just a little bit nicer to me, it wouldn't have to be this way. I mean, you could have been invited to my wedding yesterday. You and I could have been best friends from this point on as well. But you had to be selfish. You had to be jealous of me. Toxic qualities I thought you never had.
Why don't you just shut up? I don't need your insults. You already beat me, didn't you? I wish the worst for you, Mindy. I hope your new stupid husband cheats on you.
Yeah, and I love you too, Abigail. Goodbye. I don't know what you're gonna do about your marriage with Charles. I guess you're just gonna have to pay for it out of your own pocket like you should be doing.
You evil witch, this was meant to be my marriage. You hear me? Mine. I was meant to get married to Abigail today. How the hell could you take it away from me?
Are you really that inconsiderate, Charles? You didn't pay for the wedding. I paid for it. Why do you feel like you're the one who deserves it? After the many years of a tedious relationship with you, of course I deserve it.
I deserve compensation for all those years I stuck around with you, but now you pull this on me? How dare you? I can't believe that you would do this. And what's this I hear about you being married to some other guy?
He's the guy that I've liked ever since I was in elementary school. Of course I'm gonna marry him.
Yeah, well, I bet he's just some puny little loser. There's no way you'd be able to pull someone as amazing as me. You were lucky that I gave you a chance. I have a message for your new little husband. Tell him he can suck my crown jewels. In fact, I'll send you a photo of it later. You can show that to him directly.
Oh my god! I can't believe it's come to this! Why? Why does it have to be this way? You have to convince your husband to forgive us. Please! We had no idea!
So now you're starting to realize, aren't you?
Of course I am! Do you know how angry Charles's superiors were that he screwed up that business deal? They actually called him on the weekend. They asked to know where he was, and he was in a cafe with me. They came to that cafe directly and berated him in public. I mean, seriously, we really ticked them off. We totally screwed up this business deal.
Neither of you would have thought that the person I'm marrying would be successful, right? So now you know that he's a very successful businessman who is in a very important deal with Charles's company.
Of course we know that now. What I'm asking you is to fix it.
Why would I fix it? Don't you realize what Charles did? He actually sent my husband a picture of his distorted, imbalanced things. It was absolutely disgusting. No one's gonna forgive Charles for something like that.
But you have to. You don't realize that they're gonna fire him now. He's gonna lose his job. Everything that he's worked for up until now.
Serves him right. He was a piece of crap in much the same way that you are. You both acted selfishly without caring about how I feel. But now I don't care about how you guys feel.
Come on, I'm your best friend. You gotta help me out.
I'm sorry. What did you just say?
That's right. I'm your best friend. Don't you want that type of relationship with me again?
You can just get screwed. Weren't you the one that said our relationship is over? We're done. I don't want anything to do with you. I'd rather focus on my marriage with my amazing husband. Anyway, see ya. Him and I are gonna get back to editing our photos from our honeymoon. And wow, what an experience that was.
Oh my god. You seriously did not just say that. You went on some sort of luxurious honeymoon, didn't you? Something I'm not going to be able to afford anymore. Why do you keep rubbing it in my face? I hate you. I hate you so much.
Abigail could curse me to the ends of the earth. I couldn't care less anymore. I've already accepted that the person I thought was my best friend is just some horrible creature that didn't care about me in the first place. I went off to enjoy my new marriage with my husband. As for her and Charles, they ended up in a tight spot. Charles's mentality was destroyed after that experience. I'm not gonna lie, he did work hard to get to the point that he was in. He took it very harshly. Because of that, everything that Abigail liked about him slowly started to fade. His good looks almost crumbled in an instant. His personality and drive to be successful were gone. He just wanted to lie around, living off Abigail's income. Day by day, she grows to hate him even more. But she also realizes that he's probably the only chance she's got at getting married. She decided to bite the bullet and marry that guy. From what I hear, things haven't improved. He complains that they don't argue enough, and then he complains that they argue too much. Honestly, what does that guy want in the first place? Thanks for watching! If you enjoyed it, leave a like and subscribe to see more videos like this in the future. See you next time!